As promised last class, I will start my session with a story. Are you waiting for the story, children? Yes. So, your Tulika ma'am here is with a story. There was a flight filled with passengers. Suddenly, the flight was caught in a storm, and the flight started shaking uncontrollably. The pilot announced, "Fasten your seat belts. We are going through turbulence. Please be careful. Anything can happen." And the people started panicking. They started crying. They started praying the Lord. There was a young man who saw from the corner of his eyes that there was a little girl. She was cool like a cucumber with a smile on her face as nothing went wrong. After half an hour of the turbulence, finally the storm dissipated and the flight was able to land safely. Everybody was relieved and happy and was sharing their experience of uncertainty. The young man could not resist himself. He went to the girl and asked how the girl kept herself so calm when everybody was freaking out. She smiled. She said, "Actually, my father is the pilot, and I was very confident that he will take me home safely." Did you get it, children? That is the confidence which the girl had on her father. And that is the faith, trust, confidence we should have on our Supreme Father, the Lord, the Almighty. So, did you like the story? We will start with the summary of the chapter. Now, here in this chapter, as I have already discussed the character sketch, Lencho was an innocent, simple farmer. His house was the only one in the entire valley. It was on the top of a hill. His fields needed a good harvest. He was looking towards the sky, hoping for rain. During the meal, big drops of rain began to fall. He went out to feel the rain on his body. Lencho was satisfied. The drops of rain were like coins. The big drops were 10-cent pieces and the little ones were worth 5 each. Suddenly, a strong wind began to blow. Lencho was worried. Along with the rain came very large hailstorms. They truly did resemble silver coins. They were as big as the silver coins. The house, the fields, the hillsides were all covered with white hails. Not a leaf remained on the trees. The corn was totally destroyed. So were the flowers. Lencho was sorrowful. They would have no corn that year. Lencho thought that there was only one hope. It was the help from the God. The following Sunday, he wrote a letter to God. He wrote that if he did not help, his whole family would die. He needed 100 pesos in order to sow his field again to leave until the new crop came. He wrote to God on the envelope, placed a stamp on it, and dropped it into the mailbox. One of the postmen who read the address laughed heartily and took it to the postmaster. The postmaster was quite a friendly and a pleasant man, as already I have discussed about his character. He too broke out in laughing, but soon he became serious. He realized that the sender of the letter had a great faith in God. He didn't want to shake the writer's faith in God. He decided to answer the letter. How generous was the postmaster, isn't it, children? The generous postmaster collected money from his employees. He himself gave a part of his salary. See what a kind person he was. He put 70 pesos, all the money he could collect, in an envelope and sent it to Lencho by mail. Lencho, on the other hand, had a firm and unshaken faith in God. He did expect help from God. When he received the money, he was not surprised, but his happiness was just for some moments. When he counted the money, he became very angry. He believed that God could never deceive him. Immediately he wrote a second letter to the God and posted it. The postmaster opened the letter eagerly. Lencho wrote that he received 70 pesos that had been sent by God. He requested God to send him the rest of the money he asked for. He also asked God not to send the money through the mail. The post office employees were a bunch of crooks. So this is the summary of the chapter. Children, I think you have liked it, and after this I'll be sharing a animated video with you all. I think you would like it. You won't feel it monotonous. You would come out of the monotonous spell of the class. You would like it, I think so, children.